Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And the first time taking the court since his tragic death, the Pistons with an emotional tribute to fallen superstar Kobe Bryant.
Slow it down! Stop the train!
Dozens of parents protest the Grosse Pointe School Board meeting tonight, angry about the district's decision to downsize. It's been a year since Grosse Pointe schools made that decision due to declining enrollment, but the controversy hasn't gone anywhere.
There are still parents angry over the upcoming changes, which will take effect when children return to school in the fall. Mara McDonald is live tonight. Mara, how many protesters would you say showed up to tonight's meeting?
Kimberly, we're talking about probably anywhere between 60 to 70 out here in front of the board meeting, signs, chants, the whole thing. Definitely not your average night at a Grosse Pointe school board meeting. But you're right. We're a year into the process here of reconfiguring these schools, and people are still angry, and there is still a lot of confusion.
Slow it down! Stop the train!
The train to change, which has been a painful year in the making.
We will listen.
School board members greeted with protesters at tonight's meeting.
We started this Save Our Schools campaign because there's a lot of people who disagree with the process for a lot of different reasons.
The process to downsize the district started in January of last year, which included a blue ribbon panel, public forums, 15 town hall meetings, and multiple listening sessions.
I'm frustrated with the process and with the administration.
At the end of the process, 2 elementary schools were closed, and the decision was made to move 5th graders out of elementary and into middle school.
We are all talking about it. It is a topic every day. We're all concerned for what is going to happen. We're concerned for, the future that's going to be coming in. Will there be enough room once we make all these closures and cuts?
As well as changes to the magnet program for gifted children, which is getting a lot of pushback. So far, the school board hasn't been swayed by the protest. The changes are moving forward.
What can we do? Hey! When can we do it? Now!
Back here live, that protest that you saw here tonight, don't expect that to be an isolated thing. Parents telling me they anticipate doing protests outside of these school board meetings. They have several planned, each addressing a different issue that they are concerned about. For example, tonight it was about the 5th graders being moved into middle school. Next time, perhaps it'll be about changes to special education. There is going to be a lot more to come. We're live in Grosse Pointe Farms tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. It's been more than 14 months since Michigan voters approved recreational marijuana. While other communities roll out legal weed sales, the city of Detroit and the city council set tomorrow to vote to extend its ban yet again. Priya Mann is live with why the ban will not be lifted until at least March. Priya.
Well, Jason, there's a lot of opposition on city council, but the vast majority of Detroiters we spoke with want to see this ban lifted.
Change something, do something about it.
Ban it.
On Tuesday, Detroit City Council is expected to vote in favor of extending a ban on recreational marijuana.
The ban is good because people is going to take advantage of it. They're going to drive their cars, they're going to go to work, they're going to go to school, they're going to operate machines, and no.
Councilman James Tate Jr. supports the ban, saying it's clear that Detroit's medical marijuana industry is overwhelmingly owned and operated by individuals who don't live in the city and take their dollars back to their communities.
It's all about the money. They don't care nothing about no damn drugs. They ain't never cared about drugs.
Several Detroit businesses looking for recreational marijuana licenses have now sued the State Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs.
Additional revenue for the city that we definitely need, so I mean it just makes sense to do it.
But Councilman Tate says we have to use this legislation to identify ways to reduce the financial barriers of entry and eliminate the structural obstacles that many urban cities are seeking to resolve in communities of color.
How is that possible? So what are you going to do to stop that? That's what I want to know. What is he going to do to stop that?
While cities like Ann Arbor have embraced recreational marijuana, Michigan's largest city is likely to keep the ban in place for now.
It ain't fair. It should be the same thing. It should be equal.
Let's get with the times. I mean, it's time to move forward.
And City Council will meet at 10 tomorrow. This issue is pretty high up on the agenda. There will also be an opportunity for public comment. Reporting live from downtown Detroit, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
New tonight, the U.S. Marshals Service has arrested a man in South Carolina wanted for an 8-year-old cold case murder here in Detroit. Back in 2012, 19-year-old Tamika Brooks was found shot, killed, and burned beyond recognition. The Local 4 defenders talked with her family just last year as they were still hopeful justice would be served. 34-year-old Lauren Ratliff was arrested on Friday after the U.S. Marshals Service tracked him to Anderson, South Carolina.
New information tonight about the helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 other people. Investigators say the pilot's last message to air traffic controllers was that he was climbing to avoid a cloud layer. Moments earlier, the pilot received special clearance to fly in the heavy fog. Today, federal investigators were on the scene collecting evidence. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner says it could take days to recover the remains. Here at home, the Pistons honored Kobe before tonight's game at Little Caesars Arena by playing his introduction from his very last game against the Pistons back in 2015.
How about a big round of applause for, right now on the floor, number 24, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
The video tribute was followed by the Pistons holding a 24-second moment of silence for Kobe, who wore, of course, number 24 for the final 10 years of his career. The Pistons players also paying tribute to Kobe tonight. Bernie will have that coming up in sports.
On day 6 of the impeachment trial, President Trump's legal team pressing ahead with opening arguments, insisting he did nothing wrong. At the same time, Democrats' demands to call witnesses are gaining new momentum after some explosive claims by the president's former national security advisor, John Bolton. Alice Barr covering all of it for us from Washington.
President Trump's defense team going on offense today, arguing House Democrats' impeachment case doesn't meet constitutional standards and is politically motivated.
They say their case is overwhelming and uncontested. It is not.
The Trump team shifting focus to what the president has wanted all along, an investigation into Joe Biden and his son Hunter's business dealings in Ukraine while his father was vice president.
Why did Burisma want Hunter Biden on its board?
Insisting the request is about corruption, not politics, as Democrats assert.
They just want to turn the Senate floor into a mechanism for the president to be able to continue to destroy his political opponents.
It all comes amid explosive revelations from former National Security Advisor John Bolton's upcoming book, obtained by the New York Times. Bolton claiming that President Trump told him he wanted to withhold Ukraine's security assistance until it announced investigations into the Bidens. The president denies it, accusing Bolton of just trying to sell books.
Nothing was ever said to John Bolton, but I have not seen a manuscript.
Nothing in the Bolton revelations, even if true, would rise to the level of an abuse of power or an impeachable offense.
Democrats say Bolton's claims strengthen their case for calling witnesses.
The senators should not turn away from this very relevant evidence.
At least 3 moderate Republicans appearing to agree, signaling they're open to voting with Democrats to allow new testimony, a potential game changer in the impeachment trial of President Trump. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
The impeachment trial will pick back up tomorrow at 1 p.m. You can watch right here on Local 4 and clickondetroit.com.
Tonight, China is reporting 25 more deaths from the coronavirus outbreak, raising the total to 106 people killed. Here at home, 3 potential cases of the coronavirus have come back negative, but another potential case from Washtenaw County is being investigated. Test results from that patient are expected within the next few days. Right now, there are 5 confirmed cases of the virus in the U.S., all in people who had recently traveled to Wuhan, China. General Motors is breathing new life into the Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant. The automaker says it will invest more than $2 billion to refurbish the plant to start building an electric pickup truck and a self-driving shuttle vehicle in 2021. The plant will eventually employ about 2,000 people. Production on the Chevy Impala will stop late next month. Retooling will take 12 to 18 months. It promises to keep you from getting the flu, but does it really deliver?
The over-the-counter product that's coming under fire tonight for its bold claims.
And a man shot and killed inside a Michigan trampoline park. New tonight, the surveillance video showing the moment the gunfire started. Hi, Ben.
Kim, we've still got a lot of clouds out there, and that's going to keep temperatures from going much of anywhere tomorrow. Find out how warm we get and what's coming for the weekend. I'll give you one guess.
But first, it's a coveted competition that gives students the chance to shine on the international stage.
People wait 6 or 8 or 10 years to actually get a team together to be able to get into the competition.
How an organization is working to fight disabilities with robotics. Next.
She quit corporate America, fired up the grill, and now this local woman is grilling, smoking, braising, and more. Tasty Tuesday, 6 a.m.
Defender Karen Drew is committed to defending the environment, uncovering the stories, fighting for change. Now, her investigation into Detroit River contamination concerns has zeroed in on one company with multiple violations.
Dock collapses, contaminated soil gets in the river. How in the world does that happen? That the blight tickets are issued right when we started reporting on the story. Coincidence? You've got somebody who owes $62,000 and nobody knows.
Certainly, we take a share of responsibility.
Local 4 and Click on Detroit.